be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
58, come on. 58, come on. 50. Come on. 58, boys, 58, Mike. I got you.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Logan. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Strong right. Crunch time, defense.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Let's go. Now the wolf. 50, come on. Rip right. Watch twist.
On 3rd down, Logan. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 14-yard.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. On play action, it's Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Check 55 tonight. No chance.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Roethlisberger now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. On the run is counter. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd and 1, Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they do.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And able to find Kirk complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now stands at 13. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Now let's get there. 58, Brandon.
Now Roethlisberger. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play downfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Mercedes Lewis, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will shave one more off this lead. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Eluding the pressure right. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
Cardinals 27.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Cardinals take over
Let's go,
first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Murray now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's Murray from midfield. Escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. 6, pull it, half. We got three down.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken at the 3.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fitzgerald. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. That'll be caught right side. It's Butler. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Butler was the 2nd of 3 receivers Arizona took in the draft. They said they wanted to increase the amount of playmakers that they have out wide, so they nabbed him in round 4 out of Iowa State. Really didn't come on until his final season at Iowa State, over 1,300 yards and 9 touchdowns. Andy Isabella, he kind of provides the top end speed. Butler has the size, 6'6", 225, a huge target out wide. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find Isabella. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Stop your whining. 55's mine, guys. 55. What we got? What we got? What we got?
2nd down. Murray sets to throw. Throw left side, completes Isabella. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll come out in the pistol. They run with Logan. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. T.J. Logan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
All right, now, 180. Mike, 58, right there. Man, I got you. Hey, look, 3. 44.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Murray now. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
First down.
check 55, Mike. Kill, kill, kill. Slam, slam, slam. Who's on poker? Out. Hey, yeah, switch gears.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hakeem Butler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that will make this a 16-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Samuels. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, Connor, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So the sack and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So the sack and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Back.
On second down, here's Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun on third down, Murray. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They'll run on first down. It's Logan, and he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
55, right there in the middle.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They had a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
36, 30, alert, 25, check 27.
Here's Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Roethlisberger to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the tight end Lance Kendricks there. But now it's 3rd and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Easy.
They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Connor. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
55.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. The young buck finding the veteran there. There is 14 years separating Kyler Murray and Larry Fitzgerald. Murray turning 22 back on August 7th. And on August 31st, Larry Fitzgerald turned 36. But these two guys like each other, and it shows on the field. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
What's left? Bring it.
On 2nd down, Edmonds. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Sean Davis that time on the tackle. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
They're running it.
Oh, design run for their wideout.
Push him back.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 22.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.